Alright, now on this video I have a few questions to ask Mr. Dean, so I will start. How long have you been working here at ASU?
I've been working at Alabama State University for approximately 30 years. And in that time I've worked in various positions. I started out as the administrative assistant in the Academic Advisement Center, and then I was promoted to an academic advisor, and then I transferred to the financial aid division of the university. And after that, I left there and I started in student media. And this perhaps has been, I think, the most interesting experience, because when I came over here in 1988, there were no newspapers or yearbooks going on. In fact, there had not been a yearbook in 6 years. And the yearbook had just stopped production altogether. So from 1983 all the way to 1989, there was no yearbook at all. So I was able to revive the yearbook, so I'm pleased about that. As far as the paper was concerned, they did have a paper, but it was like maybe one would come out every other year. It was not a regular newspaper. We finally got it to the point where it became a regular periodical. There's some work that we still need to do so that it could come out a little more often. But I think for the conditions that we work in and the number of staff that we have, we've done a pretty good job. But it's been an interesting 30-year experience. I've spent 22 of those years over here and 8 years in those other places.
Did you do your undergrad at Alabama State University?
Yes, I did. I got an undergraduate degree in business management and office management. And then I went on to Troy University and got a master's in human resources management. And then I came back here and I picked up some hours in counseling so that I could be more effective when students came to me with their different issues and problems.
Okay, being that you said you was business management, how did you how can I put this? How did you get involved with the journalism side?
Well, what actually happened is I was working in financial aid, and we were getting ready to go up for SACS accreditation in 1990. And one of the things that SACS says is that you have to have a certain number of extracurricular activities for students. And the yearbook and newspaper are probably your biggest major activities outside of SGA, are probably your major activities that were just defunct at that time. Nothing was going on. And they couldn't find anybody who actually knew anything about doing a yearbook, or anybody who, well, they had faculty members who could do the paper, but they weren't interested in doing it full time. They wanted to teach. And so I was having a conversation with the chairperson of the math department, who was the chairman of the student media board, and he told me one day about the situation over here. And I told him that I had yearbook experience because I had worked at Herb Jones Yearbooks in Montgomery for 3 years. And plus I was the editor of my high school yearbook. So I told him that I had yearbook experience. I didn't really have newspaper experience. So they said, well, we need someone. So once I got over here, I started going to a lot of workshops, seminars, going to different classes so that I could learn the newspaper side of it. And so that's how I got from business management to journalism.
Okay. In today's work, being that the social media is very big in today's time, how do you integrate the social media with your work?
Okay. We've actually done that. We have a Facebook page, and we have a Twitter page, and we have a Google Plus page. So we do have social media already. In the next 2 weeks, we will be launching our new website, the HornetTribune.com. And on that website, you will see all of the social media that we have connected to, so that people can follow. Really and truly, social media is becoming the media now. It's the hottest thing right now. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you just name it. And if we're going to stay effective and communicate with our student body the way that we need to, we're going to have to use those various platforms to do it. So when we launch our website in the next 2 weeks, you will get a chance to see that connectivity that we have with all of those social media sites so that students can interact with the newspaper.
Okay. My next question for you: did you learn about the social media aspect from staff members, or how did you learn about it?
Reading, personal reading, and having students who were like experts in it. I really didn't know very much about Twitter at all. I still have a lot to go with Twitter. In fact, I really don't see how anyone has time to do Twitter, however they do. And Facebook, I did a lot of reading and research on it, and we've done several seminars for the last 5 years that have really emphasized how important it is to integrate Facebook into our online newspaper website. So through those seminars and those workshops, I understood the importance and the relativity of it.
And my last question, what surprised you most about the new technology?
Probably the instantaneous aspect of it. I mean, I can do something in America and someone in China can know within the next 2 minutes what I've done, if not faster, what I've done. I think that's just incredible. I mean, it really is. And I think for students, it can be good or bad, depending on how they use it. I'm not very fond of the way our student body as a whole is using Twitter. And I do think that the FCC, as well as the government, is going to have to come up with some kind of regulations eventually on how we use the internet and how we use social media websites. Because, when you have people committing suicide because of things that are going on a social media website, we got some issues, and so we really need to look at that. I think it'll be a while, because I think freedom of the press and freedom of speech is something that people are really, really defending at this point. And so it'll be a while before I think you'll get any controls on it, but just like everything else, I think eventually you're going to have to get some controls on it.
All right. Well, that does it for us with Mr. Dean. I would like to thank him for his time and his input and his, how can I put it, his input and his overview of things. So look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you.